well, he is unstoppable, Chris Elford. You've done it again with this guy as well, with Gusto. I think looking at the first part of the race, it looked a little bit uncomfortable, but then the first quarter flashed up and it was 29.2, so it was kind of okay.
Yeah, it was probably more just the first sort of 200 and out of the gate. You know, we broke 7 for the lead, which is pretty quick, and then we got to back it off a bit, so he was good then, and he's racing with a lot of confidence, winning those 2 claimers, and give him the heart to kick on up the straight.
He is that kind of horse, isn't he? He's not the kind of horse that cruises into the straight and puts them away quickly. He just keeps finding, and that was the case again tonight.
Yeah, that's right, and for a while there he sort of wasn't having 100% go, but now he sort of feels real strong, and if you can just keep him thinking he's going well, he'll keep running.
I guess it's just week by week with him, claimers, and trying to place him in the right race to keep winning.
Yeah, I think, you know, start of the new season, they have a few claiming series, so I'd say he'd be in them. He's probably, you know, not quite up to M1s at this stage, but, you know, while he's racing well, you never know.
We are with Rocket Petrov, who drives our 2010 all the time. Rocket, he's just a lovable horse, isn't he? He just turns up, he gives his best effort most weeks, and he was really strong through the line.
Yeah, he was. He probably he's definitely the best horse in the race, but he just hasn't shown it for a little bit. But he was probably the fittest tonight, and you know, he just reward for effort. He's been going very well. He just sort of made his own luck tonight, and it turned out the right result.
In terms of his progression, you mentioned he's I wouldn't say he's been out of form, but he was a really high-class early horse, 2 and 3 year old, and it takes a little while to transition sometimes, but you know you're going to get a consistent effort when he turns up.
Yeah, absolutely. He's always thereabouts. He's seconds and thirds. He's ridden that many seconds in, you know, good country cups. So it's just very, very good for the horse and the owners just to get a win with him tonight.
What's the future look like for him? Does he just keep trying to find these races where he can be placed well and he'll be competitive?
Yeah, that's right. I think Lils places him very well and doesn't overtax him. So, you know, he's going to be always thereabouts in the right races. So, yeah, at this stage we'll just go week by week and hopefully pick the nice races for him.
You just had to keep in touch with that 27-7 quarter, but they were always going to tire late, and you were the one that descended at the right time.
Yeah, that's right. She had the beautiful run in the race, and you know, she's been going well. Last start she probably didn't have much luck, but tonight she had all the luck, and you know, we got the job done.
I suppose the one thing you know is she doesn't lack quality. She's a Group 1 winner. She won the Vicbred Super Series recently, so. And she's also proven she can do it a number of different ways. She's got gate speed, but as she saw tonight, she can come off speed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she just seems to go out there and want to race, and every time I ask her for that effort, she found, and as good horses do, they know how to get to the line.
And nice to be getting some opportunities for Anton Galeno and Pat Driscoll. They've put you on some nice horses in the last couple of months and just building that association.
Yeah, it's really good. I just like to thank Pat and Anton for giving me that opportunity, and hopefully I can return the favour.
Matt, really good effort, I suppose. The speed was on enough that you were able to get out wide on the track and hit the line really strongly.
Yeah, no, of course. Frank's done a wonderful job with him, the whole team behind him, and best wishes to his son that's in hospital with a broken leg at the minute. But no, hopefully this kicks him along a bit, and no, he's done a great job. But that first quarter, I was a bit worried. We went a bit slow, but no, to his credit, he got over the top from real well. So
he is racing really well. We saw that in the heat when he ran second. So it was just a horse in form, and he was able to launch late and just get there.
Yeah, sort of probably my first time driving him. I didn't really know a lot about him, and I just sort of, if I probably had to come out and around him, he might have actually got there, but I sort of went back to the inside, and he hit the line real good. So tonight I was real confident if we got the right run, he'd be thereabouts. You're
in form. Double yesterday at Mildura, doing the hard yards and getting some winners.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, thanks to everyone who put me on and that, but yeah, it makes it all worthwhile, and you start to enjoy life real good.
On paper, races don't always play out on paper, but after his run last week, I suspect you came here pretty confident.
Yeah, I was so happy with him last week. Thought it was his best run this prep, the way he hit the line, and in the run tonight when he was getting it so easy, you know, I was pretty confident and he should have won, you know, and he did.
He is a good leader. He's proven that over the journey. When he finds the front, that's generally the best of him, as with most horses. But that was the case tonight, and you sort of dictated as well.
Yeah, when he got that lead time first quarter, I mean, it was going to be impossible for anything to, come from behind, really. And, when you take it, when you can get those runs, you take them. And he made the most of them, and it's just good to have him back in form.
So I guess the obvious question, he's racing through his classes right now. Do you try and set your sights on an Inter Dominion, or is that too big a bridge right now?
Look, it is a next step up from where he's at, and that step a lot of horses, don't take. So we'll just, you never know. And like I said, he's getting better, and took us a little while to get him back to his best, and he seems to be getting there. And time will tell, I guess.
I suppose decisive, you were able to get across after the start, and from that point, there was a bit going on in the running line, but you were able to control the tempo still.
Yeah, to a certain degree, it made it a lot easier, but the main danger was still always on our back, and Nicky Badwagon wanted to put a bit of pressure on along the back, which was always going to help the one on our back, but to the horse's credit, he fought on good.
They did sort of emerge at the top of the straight. There were challenges left, right and centre, but he was able to just keep fighting, and in the end, it's been a relatively comfortable win.
Yeah, that's right. He's a real lazy fella, and he only does what he has to do, so it was a reasonably easy win in the end, yeah.
Good winning strike rate. What do you think will be sort of his next 2 or 3 steps? Will he just continue racing at Metropolitan level around here, or back to Menangle maybe?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. He won't go back to Sydney. He was purchased by a group of louts down here, so he'll stay down here and run through his grades, I'd say.
You've spoilt the party again. A bit unfair on Keystone Dale, but Kai Valley Blur is in terrific form, and he's just too sharp.
Yeah, he's really in the zone at the moment, and he got the good run and good trail up, but he finished really well and did it quite easily tonight.
And I suppose he's proven in his last couple, he's not one-dimensional. You can generally drive him for speed, but when the opportunity presents itself, you can use him. So, at this level, there's no reason he won't keep winning, really.
Yeah, well, the trotting sort of fallen away a little bit at the moment, in the free-for-all grades. And, while he's racing like this, he'll be, hard to beat any time he goes out.
You got the count up? Is it 4:17 for?
I think that makes it maybe 18.
4:18. It's an incredible season for Chris Alford. I guess if you could write a plan for the race pre-race, everything pretty much worked out as you would have wanted.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Look, you can't really make too much plans, especially when you're drawn 8, and the other one's got pretty good speed out. And look, I thought I was always probably going to be 3 fence, so I thought I was only going to be probably a place chance with the small sprint lane and that here. But the one horse ended up holding the front, and he travelled well after that. And then he felt the winner a long way out when Petrov's won. San Donamo was flat out through the corner. I always knew I was a bit of a chance then, because this horse will just keep whacking away.
I think even since his early days, he's shown a lot of ability, this horse, and he's just taking his time a little bit, I guess, to get there. But he's probably there now, and he's ready to go on with it.
Yeah, no, that's right. He's always had the ability. Look, like last week, he led up here and he was pretty relaxed, and tonight he was in behind him and he was really on the chewy. And look, I think he's got a pretty bright future. He's still only young, and like he's going to an M2 now, but Lils will place him pretty well, and I think he'll be pretty good.
We are with Chris Alford to Pendlebury. Chris, as Dan mentioned, he's a pretty special horse to you with the win the other week, and good to see him find a race where he was able to dominate again.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's a nice old horse, and when he gets a run like that, he's always hard to beat. He can really run a good 1,200 metres, and he got the front pretty easy. And then when the moves came, he was able to quicken and just keep up that speed.
I suppose he's a horse that has to be placed right, but when he is, as you say, he's always competitive.
Yeah, well, he's getting out of the gate pretty good now, and when you can put yourself up the front and you're strong like this, you're always competitive.
Vincent shoots clear now. Is this a star on the rise? Vincent brains them. Vincent by 15. How big was that, Vincent? That was outstanding.
Heaven rocks Titan better. It's an all-stars show in the Auckland Cup, and Vincent too good.